Chelsea have not made any contact for Atletico Madrid goalkeeper Jan Oblak. Chelsea have yet to make any contact with Atletico Madrid over the signing of Jan Oblak, despite rumours suggesting otherwise. Chelsea will certainly be on the hunt for a new keeper after doubts surrounding Edouard Mendy's position have intensified in recent months. The Senegalese international had made a string of important errors in recent times, and looks far from the keeper Chelsea had in the Champions League winning season. The club will target new goalkeepers. Kepa and Mendy will fight for the number 1 spot for now, but the club seem to be unsure of both. According to Nazar Cancela, Chelsea have yet to make any contact with Atletico Madrid over the signing of Jan Oblak. The goalkeeper is said to be available in January, but Chelsea are not one of the clubs interested in pursuing him. Chelsea know the ideal targets they'd want for the keeper position, and Oblak does not seem to be one of them. The goalkeeper will be available for around £25 million in January, and Manchester United are interested in him as they bid to replace David De Gea between the sticks. Tottenham Hotspur share the interest of United, as they look to replace the aging Hugo Lloris. It will be interesting to see where Chelsea's goalkeeper search leads them to, but the club may also choose to see how things go with Edouard Mendy. The hope inside the club is that his performances improve. Chelsea showing interest in Sheffield United midfielder Sanderberger. Chelsea are being very attentive towards Sheffield United's Sanderberger. Chelsea alongside 3 other clubs are tracking Sanderberger in the Championship and will be prepared to make an offer if the price is right. According to reports, if any side offer between €35 minus 40 meters, it will be enough to secure the signature of the 24-year-old. Berge moved to the Blades during lockdown from Genk in 2020. Despite interest from numerous sides in Europe. He has subsequently made 75 appearances and scored 11 goals during his time in England. It is not yet known which club would be Berge's preference, with moves to Germany and Spain thrown out as a possibility in the coming months. The opportunity to play in the Premier League again after being relegated with Sheffield would surely be too big of an opportunity to turn down for the Norwegian international, who has stacked up 32 caps since 2017. Sheffield United host Birmingham at 3 p.m. on Saturday, with Berge expected to start in his familiar central midfield role in the 3-5-2 formation. The Blues have played a back 3 consistently over the past couple of years, so adapting might not be too much of a struggle for the number 8. Callum Hudson speaks on Bayer Leverkusen move and Chelsea return. Callum HudsonOdoi has all the potential in the world, and Chelsea will likely be hoping he hones in on that potential away in Germany with Bayer Leverkusen. The German club are known for developing young talent, and HudsonOdoi will be hoping his career is rejuvenated with Leverkusen. Chelsea will assess their options in the summer, or if they feel they need him, could activate the recall clause in HudsonOdoi's contract. The winger has been speaking about his move and Chelsea future. In a recent interview with Sky Sports News, HudsonOdoi had this to say about his future. Coming out here, my aim was to get as many games as possible and build on the fitness I haven't really had in the last couple of seasons for Chelsea. Games have been hard to come by for HudsonOdoi over the last 2 seasons, and for a young player like himself, it's tough to reach your potential if you're not playing week in week out. Chelsea however have had some trouble up front, and the English winger spoke about what he would do if the club activated the recall clause in his loan contract. I can't really say what will happen because at the end of the day it's not up to me. I can only do what I can do now, for the club, to push myself to the max here, give everything that I can. It would be unlikely, but stranger things have happened. Chelsea will not lower £34 million asking price for Christian Pulisic. Chelsea are not willing to lower their asking price for winger Christian Pulisic. It has been a tough time for Christian Pulisic at Chelsea lately, and the club may be ready to cut their losses on the player with interest from Italian club Juventus. Juve are a club in disarray at the moment, and there is increasing pressure on manager Massimiliano Allegri after some very poor results in recent weeks in both the league and Champions League. The Italian side need a spark, and they are interested in Christian Pulisic from Chelsea, in the hopes he can become that spark. According to Calcio Mercato in Italy, Chelsea are unwilling to lower their asking price for Christian Pulisic amid interest from Italian club Juventus. Pulisic is ready to give things at Chelsea a try under the new regime of Graham Potter, but if he fails to find his way under the new man, a move is likely. Juventus could use a player like Pulisic in their ranks, but Chelsea have set a £34 million asking price on the player, and don't plan on going below that valuation. There was a huge amount of potential surrounding Pulisic when he joined Chelsea from Borussia Dortmund in June 2019 for £57 million, but the hype hasn't been hit since he signed. A move may benefit all parties, although a new coach and new playstyle under Graham Potter could mean a new and rejuvenated Christian Pulisic. Everton's Anthony Gordon speaks on Chelsea interest. Anthony Gordon was the subject of heavy interest from Chelsea in the summer, and he has been speaking about it recently. Anthony Gordon was the subject of one of the wildest sagas of the summer when Chelsea decided to bid £60 million for him and take him away from Everton. The winger remained at the club, and has been speaking about how he was never desperate to leave Merseyside recently. Chelsea still have an interest in the player, and are expected to try again in January and test Everton's resolve for the player. Everton rejected to £60 million in the summer, but will they hold firm on a higher bid in January? Speaking to Standard Sport, Anthony Gordon spoke about the price tag, and what it felt like to stay at Everton in the end. That's football nowadays, it's absolutely crazy. Personally, I don't think any player is worth that amount of money, but I'm also not going to talk myself down. Because the place is so good, it's not a place where I'm devastated because I have to stay. That's never been the case. I was never desperate to leave Everton. It was definitely not the case. Gordon never forced a move, but was interested in the prospect of playing for a big club like Chelsea. Frank Lampard never questioned his players' professionalism, but it will be hard to keep him if Chelsea come knocking again. A failed attempt in the summer, but the saga of Anthony Gordon and Chelsea isn't over just yet. Gabriel Slanina on his footballing journey so far. New Chelsea goalkeeper Gabriel Slanina has spoken about his early life, family and the pride of signing for Chelsea. The 18-year-old goalkeeper revealed that his parents came over from Poland at a very young age and are a huge influence on him to this day. They came over from Poland when they were 20 and 21 and didn't know the language or anything. If they can figure it out in a country where they don't know anything or even the language, then whatever I am going through, I will get through it as well. They inspired me with their hard work. On the pitch, Slonina has proved himself to be one of the best young goalkeepers on the planet and secured himself a move to Stamford Bridge in August, despite fierce competition from Real Madrid. He spoke about how the whispers around him in the news didn't feel real and that he still can't believe he has signed for the Blues. My friends always sent me screenshots of the internet rumors and my name's with one of the best clubs in the world. It is still a bit weird as Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs, and to think where I started from to get to that point is unbelievable. I almost thought it was fake when Petr Cech called. I had to listen in to make sure it was him. Luckily I didn't hang up. I couldn't believe that I was talking to him, so to listen to his advice was an honor. Slonina admitted he was impressed with Cech's knowledge about him and that he hopes to prove Chelsea's new owners that they were right to bring him to Stamford Bridge. I was super impressed that he knew my game. It shows how to conduct yourself when you get to a certain place in life. It is a credit to him and what a legend he is that he is trying to inspire younger keepers. He's a great guy. It's great to have American owners and I want to prove they made the right choice. The soon-to-be Blues player ended with a mention of the work he continues to put in to ensure he can look back on his playing days with pride before he reaches the end of his career. I am grinding, waking up before the sun rises and going to sleep super early because when I look back at 34 years old, I will thank myself that I did all that. I want to leave a good image and representation of myself before I finish playing. Slonina will remain at Chicago Fire before he officially joins Chelsea on January 1, 2023.